I've mentioned in the past that I don't hate marijuana. I have no problem with people who smoke weed recreationally. I'm not a fan of weakness, and I think people who need to smoke daily or several times a day for non-medical reasons and claim they can quit whenever they want but just don't want to are pathetic human beings. But when you make jokes about weed, people on the internet take that to mean, "You're against marijuana. You're a fucking idiot. You probably drink and drinking is way worse. It kills way more people and weed never killed anyone. And I've read all these studies and it's actually good for you and cures cancer and AIDS and heart disease and cancer and diabetes and typhoid and also cancer and is a safer pain medication than Tylenol or Perks. And you don't know anything and I know everything and everyone who thinks weed is bad is a fucking idiot." Remember, comedians, you're only allowed to make jokes about things that everyone hates. But anyway, in 2012, the states of Washington and Colorado had their citizens vote on whether or not to legalize recreational marijuana use. Both only passed by about 55%, but remember, everyone thinks it should be legal. Those other 45% are stupid and probably think all babies should have cancer, but 55% is a majority, and Washington and Colorado now allow the sale of the old left-handed cigarettes in specially permitted stores, and treats it just like alcohol. In most places in the US, you can't just walk around the streets drinking, and you can't drive while drinking, and you can't drink while under the age of 21. And so, you can't legally do any of those things while burning one in Colorado or Washington either. Of course, the government moves pretty slowly, and even though this was voted on nearly a year and a half ago, Colorado officially allowed licensed stores to start selling marijuana on January 1st of this year. Way to ring in the new year. And we're now finding out the results. According to Forbes, in the first month, $14 million worth of green was sold to the general public, generating over $2 million in taxes. I'm not going to get into how those taxes break down because it's pretty boring. If you want to read about it, Google it. But the state of Colorado proved basically what even the dumbest stoners have been saying for years. If the government legalizes marijuana and taxes it, they will make a dickload of money. It has also generated a lot of tourist dollars, since people from out of state are coming to Colorado to buy it. The downside? Well, I suppose it's too early to tell, but according to people who once watched a documentary while high and therefore know every scientific fact ever, there will be no downsides because marijuana is perfect in every way. One concern is that it'll lead to more teens smoking, but it's still technically illegal for them to buy or smoke weed, and illegal for someone to buy it for them. It's the exact same laws as already exist with alcohol, so if anything, that just means extra fines handed out at high school house parties and more bail money raised by the state. I don't know about you, but it sounds like a win-win to me. I also read something about a Washington organization that is actually for marijuana. They were against the legalization, saying that because they're including a DUI law, they'll use it to arrest pot smokers under DUI laws instead of possession. They said that marijuana causes paranoia. I wonder if it also causes people to make hats out of the tinfoil they didn't use to cover the windows of their grow room, too. Another concern was a rise in organized crime. I don't really understand that one. I mean, shouldn't it lower organized crime? After Prohibition, the mafia didn't continue to fuck around with bootlegging alcohol. What would be the point? Same deal with weed. Why would any organized crime outfit like the mob, biker gangs, or even street gangs bother with selling it? And why would someone buy it from some scummy-looking drug dealer when they can just go to the store? Kinda seems like it would take it away from them and put it in the hands of the legalized criminals that we call politicians. No matter where you stand on the issue, hopefully we can all agree that all this extra tax revenue will actually go into something good. They've promised that a large chunk of it will go toward education, but hopefully the rest isn't just funding sex scandals and weekend retreats. If anything, though, it's nice to see international news coming out of Colorado that isn't a double-digit massacre for a change. It'll be interesting to see if these sales numbers stay that high, no pun intended, or if this was a novelty/curiosity thing and the numbers dip a little, but $2 million in taxes in 1 month, increased tourism, new jobs created for people growing, harvesting, and selling the plant. I'm sure Oreo and Doritos sales are skyrocketing. This is all great for the economy. And if the taxes are used right, this could turn out to be very good for the citizens of Colorado. Hopefully, lawmakers everywhere are paying attention. Shit, you'd think that governments around the world would have figured it out by now. There's always a shit ton of money in exploiting people's weaknesses.